Greetings and salutations, my excellent friends. I hope you're off to a fantastic day. This is going to be a fairly quick video review of the QuikPod DSLR POV model and the Explorer 3. Both of these have been redesigned and are now available for purchase. Last year, I reviewed the earlier model of the DSLR POV, and if you click on the annotation or the link in the description box, you can actually find that full-length video review there. And you can also click on the annotation to find the unboxing video of both of these. So, what is my opinion? What is the review of both of these products? Well, they're awesome. They are stellar, and in fact, all of my criticisms regarding the DSLR POV from last year have been addressed and fixed for this year's model, and I have to say, this is awesome. This is probably one of the best monopods I have ever used. I love it. But that being said, when I started playing with the Explorer 3, I fell in love with it. And this has now been my primary monopod for the majority of our Southeast Asian trip. This little guy does everything that the big guy does when I use it with a small camera. And for that reason, and the reason I can fit this in my small messenger bag, I love it. And to be perfectly honest with you, since QuikPod did address all my concerns last year, I really don't have too much more to add to my review from last year. It's a phenomenal product, and if you're looking for a monopod to use with your cameras, either one of these gets my full endorsement. But that being said, there are some areas for improvement. And first up, I'd like to call your attention to this. Now, here we have the Explorer 3, and you'll see this round little knobby thing on it. And this actually ships with the DSLR POV because when you fully extend this out, it can actually serve as a proper monopod that you can put a DSLR on. But because of the way the wrist strap attaches to the base, you can't screw this in while this is here. So if you want to use the monopod adapter, you have to unhitch this, and that just seems like a waste. So hopefully in next year's edition, they'll have an attachment to the base grip like this. It makes a huge, huge difference. You always have your wrist strap with you. It just makes things a whole lot easier. The second area of improvement I would like to see concerns solely the Explorer 3 model. It's made with extending tubing, which does work well. It does secure your camera when it's attached to the top here, but sometimes it shakes, it rattles just a little bit, and it gives the illusion that your camera isn't secure when in fact it really is. So I'm hoping that when the Explorer 4 comes out, that little hiccup is addressed and there's no rattling noise. It's just kind of irritating, if you know what I mean. And if you're using a high-end point-and-shoot camera, which is what this is designed for, you really don't want to have that uncertainty. Now, my final recommendation to QuikPod is probably something that most users would not really think about or even think to use, but as someone who creates videos who's constantly changing the angle of the head here, this is what I'd like to see. You see, you have to turn this 1 or 2 times before you get free access of the pivoting head. So if you're filming yourself like this with the head angled towards you, and then you want to turn the head around and film this way, you're turning it twice, moving the head, turning it twice again. It just seems, it's just a lot of work and it's fairly cumbersome. So if there is a way to create a latching mechanism, much in the way that this telescoping arm is, so that you unlock, reposition the head, and then lock again, that would speed things up so much better. It would just make my life so much easier. And I hope that there's something that can be done with that. But that being said, these are really small, insignificant criticisms of 2 stellar devices. And really, if you want to go scuba diving, if you want to go snorkeling, I would really recommend picking up the DSLR POV. Not because you need to use that type of camera when you go diving. I use this with a GoPro. It just feels so much more secure. It just feels better in the hand. If you're not doing that kind of extreme sports, pick this one up. This is fairly inexpensive. As I said, this is now my go-to monopod. It goes with me everywhere. It's that small. I love this tremendously. Now, to get information on both these, you just need to go over to QuikPod.com. The link is in the description box, and really, I think that you would enjoy either one of these depending on your needs. And QuikPod also has several other models, so if you need something a little bit different, there's something you can find there as well. All right, that is it for today. But before I go, I would like to open this up to any questions. So if you have a question for me about how I shoot videos, please leave it in the comment section down below, or you can send me an email message at questions@chiranger.com. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be awesome.